Good morning, gentle people. Today is September 25th, and if it's your birthday, happy birthday! Okay, what is today's message? Look at them all falling out. What? All right, let's grab it. I got it. Let's see, it fell in two different spots. So this is the first one. Ooh, sea sponge. Sea sponge. Then we have, they all fell out. Study and be watchful. Elephant. And Abiku spirit. What is this talking about? Look at all these dark colors. Whoa. All right. Let's see. Okay. You're aimlessly. I say aimlessly because now I don't know this to be true. I should actually verify that. Sea sponges supposedly don't have brains. So to me, that means you're walking around aimlessly. What are you walking around aimlessly doing? Why? What are you doing walking around aimlessly? Well, aimless means there's no purpose. You feel there's no purpose in what you do. What? Okay, no, it's coming clear. Look. You see this Abiku spirit, we've talked about it before. This is a child or a project, an idea that doesn't want to come to fruition. And you're working just to work. You're doing it just to do it. You're working on this idea. You're working at trying to maybe conceive a child. And it's not coming to fruition. And you're doing it just because. Maybe you feel it's the next thing to do. Maybe you just grew tired. You're just doing it because you've always done it and not necessarily because you feel like it anymore. Hold on. You've fallen into a trap, because I've told you this story before too, about the elephant that got entrapped by this little turtle. This turtle, he actually volunteered, right? There was a bunch of people over here who were trying to trap the turtle, and they couldn't. There was a bunch of hunters, and the turtle said, "Hey, don't worry, I'll get him for you." And I'm not going to go into the whole story, but he did fall into a trap because of this little turtle. So this little tiny thing, there's another little tiny thing, an Abiku. An Abiku is a baby. An Abiku is an idea. Those are small things, right? This small thing is trapping you. It's not allowing you to move forward. What it's telling you need to be doing is to be mindful of not falling into that trap. But it's also telling you to be, you see how it says be watchful? When you're being watchful, what are you actually doing? You're observing, you're studying. Maybe you should be focusing on your studies as opposed to this mindless idea that is keeping you trapped in a vicious circle, in a vicious cycle. Maybe it's not an idea, maybe it's not a baby, maybe you're not trying to conceive. Maybe it's your own mind just going around in circles, repeating an idea, and you're not actually moving forward with the idea. All you keep doing is thinking about it, rehashing, and editing, starting all over again, re-editing, starting all over again, and just keep thinking about it. mindlessly thinking about stuff without actually putting in the work, without putting in the action, and therefore that idea is falling flat. It's dead, because if you don't put it into action, if you don't put your idea into action, it's the same as dead, as non-existent. It's the same as non-existent. So what can we do? First of all, the first thing I think you should do is stop cursing yourself. Why do I say cursing yourself? Because you see how this here says gravity, zero, void. Why don't you put your things into action? You're overthinking, and overthinking is doubt, and doubt is because of fear, and fear is a fucking curse. Fear is a curse. That's why I say stop cursing yourself. That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing I think you need to do is take an herbal bath. Nowhere here does it talk about herbs. Nowhere here does it talk about herbs, but I feel in my spirit that you need to. This is what the herb you're going to use. You're going to go get some fresh lettuce. Squeeze out the juice of that lettuce in some water. And you're going to bathe with this lettuce water to refresh you. That's the first thing I need you to do. Stop cursing yourself and bathe with lettuce water. Okay? The next thing I need you to do is to study. Maybe you have doubt because you haven't really researched your thing well. You haven't really. You're just going off of this idea. You know, I just saw an ad about some AI tool that you just give it one sentence and it runs with it. Did you do the research about what it is that you want to do with this one sentence? No, you just supposedly could spit a sentence to this AI tool and it'll generate a whole app, a working, productive app for you. But if you don't do research, like, is that shit gonna work? I don't know. And I feel that that's what you're doing. You took an idea, you ran with it, you put it all together, but you're not working on it. The next thing I need you to do is to not fall in a trap. How did this elephant fall in a trap? He accepted food from the turtle. What is food? Food is anything you consume. Through your eyes, through your ears, through your skin, through your nose, what you breathe in. Any ideas that are coming from somewhere else, from an outside source, is going to cause this doubt. It's going to cause this fear. It's going to cause you to be paralyzed and to walk aimlessly, just thinking about your ideas like you're on a hamster wheel. Do not accept any outside food source. Do not. Because that will make you fall in a trap, because it's making you question your own validity, or the validity of your own thoughts. The next thing I need you to do is bring an offering to the Abiku children. Who are the Abiku children? Where do they live? You know, each society, each culture has its own indigenous belief. The indigenous belief is what the people of that land believed in, okay, before Christianity arrived. Because Christianity arrived everywhere, now we're all Christian, but before there was Christianity, which only showed up 2,000 years ago, there was the indigenous belief. The indigenous belief in many lands, like in, I want to say Ireland and those places over there in Europe, but here in our lands too, we believe in fairies and we believe in the spirits that live in nature. And this is where the Abiku spirits live, where the fairies live, where the dwarfs live, where the, what do you call that? The gnomes live. These are all myth. They might be mythical, but in reality, that was the indigenous belief, and they're real. Don't get it twisted. Those are real. Take an offering to the Abiku spirit. Feed those children so that they can leave you alone. Those small thoughts that are occupying your mind and saying, no, they're not worth it. No, it's not going to come to fruition. Go feed these spirits so that they can leave you alone. What are we bringing to them? They're kids. They're little. Bring them candy. Bring them cake. Leave it to them at the forest and then run, run. Say, this is for you. Please leave my thoughts alone. Okay? Those are all the things I need you to do today. This is a lot. And get to work. Put yourself in action. Don't leave it at the idea stage. Set it out there. You don't need to be ready. Nobody's ready. Nobody's ever ready. Nobody's ready. Okay, you could be as ready as you can, but what does it do if you're just leaving it on the shelf? If you're waiting to be ready, just put it out there. It'll make itself. What is it? It'll work itself out. It will. You'll find where if you don't put it out there, you're never gonna know where the pitfalls are, and you can't fix them. Right? All right. This was today's message. I hope it helped you in some way. Please walk in joy. Know that this place is sacred, divine, and special just because you are here. And I'm so happy that you're here. Ashe.